Okay, so I've been living in America for a minute. So I'm going to talk about some of the cultural shocks that I just have experienced or just don't understand. The first one is this country has no home affairs. Coming from South Africa, we have home affairs. You go to one specific place if you need documents. Here, if you need a passport renewal, you have to go to the post office. Some certifications you have to go to the library. Some you have to go to a government office. It's just so confusing. I'm constantly like, I needed to get something certified, and I had to ask my American friends because I was like, where do you guys go for this? Because there's no home affairs. The second thing that I found is like a bit not confusing. I love it here, don't get me wrong, but in South Africa it could become a problem if I do this when I get back. Is when the robot or the traffic light is red, you can still turn right if you're turning right. You just have to look and make sure it's clear to turn right. It's not illegal, it's actually legal, so you won't get a ticket. But I'm just so used to back home when it's red, it's red. You stop, you wait until it's green again. But here you can go. The next thing is they don't have fences here. Like some places they will have, some houses will have some fences. It's the small white picket fences, but most of the time it's for dogs. It's not really common. I think I saw a fence in this country after 2 years when I went to Vegas. I was like, oh my gosh, some of the houses they had fences because it's closer to the road. And I'm talking about like height where like you can hide, a whole human can hide behind it. I've seen fences obviously where it's like the little white picket fences as I mentioned, but they don't really have fences here. And I find it weird because even by the schools they don't have fences around the schools, and I'm like, don't the kids just want to leave if they can leave? Okay, the fourth thing is the money all looks the same. So when I say the money, I'm talking about the paper money, the notes. All the notes are like green and white. They're $1. And like for me, when I got here, I was like, why? Because like back home, if it's 10 rand, it's green. The 20 rand is brown. I think the 50 rand is pink. And the colors are different. The notes are different. Versus here, the numbers are the only thing that's different on it. All the notes look the same. And so you could be carrying a 1, or you could be carrying a 2, or you could be carrying a 5, or you could be carrying a 10. But it's all the same color. It has the same thing. It has one of the presidents. I forgot who. And then lastly, number 5, and I'm not saying every state that does this, but it's more common here. People wash their hair in the kitchen sink. Now, I know I will not be washing my hair in my mama's kitchen sink back home. But people wash it because they say, like, I know some people wash their hair in the shower, but it's normal. Or I don't want to say normal in every household. I've just seen majority of people wash their hair here. Even when I went to go wash my hair in the first year of being here, I went to this lady and she like has her salon in her house, this whole thing, and she dyes your hair. And she washed my hair in the sink. Now, I am all for the hustle, but y'all, there's a bathroom, there's a shower. Like, I was just like, I felt uncomfortable. And then she offered me water from the same sink. And I was like, no, thank you. Because why? Okay, you guys loved the cultural shock video so much, so I'm back with more. The first thing that I also experience in this country is that when you pay at restaurants, they take your card. So you put your card in the check or the bill thing, and they take it and you pay at the back without you there. Now in South Africa, you can't do that. They usually bring the little ATM thing. What's it called? They bring it to you. You put your card and you put your PIN and you pay. Versus here, they take your card, they go to the back, they swipe it, and they bring the receipt back to you. The second thing, which I still to this day, you would think I would understand it by now, and I'm going to try to explain it to you guys, is daylight saving. So when it's winter, you get an extra hour in the day, and when it's summer, they take an hour away. And so when there's a certain time in the year, there's a date, whenever, when it's 2 o'clock, let's say it's 2 o'clock in the middle of the night or early hours of the morning, it's 2 o'clock. Instead of it going to 3 o'clock, it goes back to 2 o'clock. Yeah, that is weird. That was like a big shock because I was like, what the hell is happening here? The third thing is, guys, Americans love their flag. Everywhere. You'd see people in some states even wearing their clothes as flags. Their houses outside have flags. They have socks with flags. I was just like, they taught me how to love my country because I was just like, man, if they're going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to rock up with my South African stuff. I'm going to make my own hoodies. But yeah, there's even stores where you can go buy South African merch. The next thing, I think I spoke about it for a bit here, is this after tax thing. When you buy and if something is R5 on the shelf, when you get to the till, it could be R5.30, R5.40. Here, instead of having the whole value added tax already added into their prices, you have to pay afterwards. And it can be annoying because you can come with 10 Rand, for example, and you think you're going to get something for 10 Rand. And then you get to the till and they're like, oh, we are short. So you have to fill up. Or if you come with exact, it is your own thing. You can't buy it. And lastly, see this one, guys, hair and nails are so expensive here. Like, just to do your nails, when you convert, this is another thing, don't convert if you're living here. But nails and hair is so expensive. To do box braids, it's like 300 or 350. When you convert it, that's almost like, what, 4,000 Rand? I was just like, I'd rather not. Even nails, for like basic nails, it's like $35. What is $35 in South Africa? Almost 450 Rand for basic. I'm talking about they put Q-Tex on your nails and just clean them. I was just like, this is like the worst. And I was so shocked. And I thought I was the only one just complaining. I was like, maybe I'm just cheap. Everyone was complaining. Even the girls from Brazil was like, this is just expensive. It's a whole vibe here, but I'm just like, no, guys, no. This is one thing I miss about SA.
I moved to New York 3 months ago. Here are some things in New York City that remind me of South Africa. This is no shade to New Yorkers or South Africans. If the shoe fits, take it off and relax. The driving. New York drivers, crazy, but comforting. That swerve now, pray later vibe South African taxi drivers have back home, it's the same. Hair salons. Black hair salons in Harlem and Brooklyn, it's the same back home. Someone's gossiping, someone's child is running around, someone's braiding hair. It's loud, it's real, it's home. One thing they're missing though is the loud music or the loud TV playing an Indian movie. I miss that. Have corner stores. The New York bodegas at Giving's Plaza Shop. You have everything from chips to airtime, except they don't have airtime. I walk in instantly and I feel like I'm back home. Have the loud energy. And New Yorkers, loud. No one's whispering. Not on the phone, not on the train, not in the stores. Just like us. I respect it. Say the people. So many different cultures, so many different accents, so many different styles. There's just such a mix of people here. I love it. So yeah, New York City might be a whole different world, but there's just those little things that remind me of South Africa. Let me know if you want a part 2 because the list is not finished. And if you're South African, back me up in the comments.
Okay, so a lot of you guys have DM'd me and reached out to say that you really want to move to America and all of that. I am just here to explain to you that it's not all what it's cut out to be. Don't get me wrong, America is amazing, but most parts of America are a scam. Full-blown scam. Okay, another thing that really bothers me about America is that the food is terrible. Okay, expect to gain weight. Expect for your skin to literally look terrible. Expect to pay a lot of money. With that being said, there's a lot more opportunities in America and you can make a lot more money, but you're also spending a lot more money. So there's more opportunities, you can travel a lot more, there's more things to do in that retrospect, and it's a lot safer, but it also depends where in America you're going. So it's just because I've been getting a few questions about it, so I thought I would just give you guys straight facts. As an example, I know a lot of you guys have reached out asking me and saying that you want to move to Los Angeles, but none of you have actually been to Los Angeles. You don't want to live there. You don't want to live there. So this is just a PSA to the people that haven't visited America yet. There's like very little pockets of America that's amazing, but majority of it is not so glamorous, and majority of what you see is fake.
Yo, listen. The moment South African women started posting their experiences about living in America, the whole internet froze. Because wow, the culture shocks, the confusion, the comedy, I knew I had to make this video. And trust me, by the time we're done here, you'll understand exactly why some of them said America is amazing, but also a scam. Let's get into it. So first of all, the one thing almost every South African woman mentioned, America has no home affairs. And honestly, they're right. In South Africa, if you need documents, you go to one place. Home affairs. You know the deal. You stand in the line, you pray the system doesn't crash, you plan your whole day around that experience. But at least everything is in one building. Meanwhile, in America, you need something certified. You go to the library. Need something renewed. Go to the post office. Need ID stuff? Go to some government office 3 towns away. And unless you're American, half of these places sound made up. So imagine landing in a new country expecting one central office, and suddenly you're doing a scavenger hunt across the city. No wonder they were asking their American friends, where do you even get things stamped here? And the friends were like, depends what you need. Absolutely chaotic. Now the next shock had people laughing. The turning right on red rule. Back home, red means stop, full stop, no negotiation. In America, if the robot is red and you're turning right, you can still go, as long as the road is clear. The first time a South African woman did this legally, she was probably sweating like, please don't pull me over, please don't pull me over. But nope, no ticket, no police siren, just a thumbs up from the law. It's legal. Imagine going home and forgetting you're back in South Africa, just casually turning right on red. Goodbye license. Then another big shock, no fences. In South Africa, a house without a fence? Hybo, unthinkable. Your house must have a wall, a gate, an electric fence, maybe even a dog named Tiger. Safety first. In America, especially in the suburbs, there are no fences, just lawns, wide open. And the little fences they do have? Those white picket ones, just decoration for dogs, not security. Some women said they only saw real fences after 2 years, and it was in Vegas. Even schools don't have fences. So of course a South African is going to look around and think, so the kids can just walk out? Like just leave? The lack of walls is a shock by itself. Another hilarious shock, American money. All the notes look the same, green, white, presidents, that's it. So when a South African arrives and picks up a stack of cash, they're like, is this $1 or 10? Back home, money has personality. 10 rand is green, 20 is brown, 50 is red, 100 is blue, 200 is orange. You don't need to look at numbers, you just feel the color. But in America, you're squinting at every note like you're reading a textbook. Then the one that had the internet crying, people washing their hair in the kitchen sink. This is normal in America. Very normal. But a South African, seeing this for the first time? Confusion. If your mom walked into the kitchen and found you washing your hair in the sink back home, it's over, you're moving out. But in the US, even salons inside people's houses wash hair in the kitchen sink. One woman said she got her hair washed in the same sink the woman offered her drinking water from afterward. That moment alone is enough to make you rethink your life choices. Then we move to part 2 of the culture shocks, and these ones are wild. First, when you pay at restaurants in America, you give them your card and they take it to the back. Out of sight. Completely gone. If you did that in South Africa, hybo. Card fraud. Gone. Good luck explaining that to your bank. But in America, it's normal. That trust level is something else. Another shock? Daylight saving. Imagine sleeping and at 2 a.m. the time goes backwards or forward. Depending on the season, it's like time is playing games with you. One woman said she still doesn't understand it to this day. And honestly, most Americans don't either. They're just used to it. Next, Americans love their flag. Like truly. Flags outside houses, flags on socks, flags on hoodies, flags everywhere. And the South Africans said this made them love their own country more. Because if Americans can show pride like that, why not us too? Then there's the sales tax situation. In South Africa, the VAT is already included in the price. If bread is 20 rand on the shelf, it's 20 rand at the till. In America, if something says $5 at the till, it suddenly becomes $5.30 or $5.40. So you walk in feeling confident, thinking you have exact money, and the cashier says you're short. That thing will humble you fast. And then the pain that every immigrant understands, hair and nails prices. Someone said box braids cost about $300 to $350. That's like 4,000 rand, just for hair. And simple nails, $35, over 400 rand. And that's for basic nails, no design, no extras, just clean and polish. America will teach you financial discipline. Then we shift to the New York experience. One woman said New York reminds her of South Africa in funny ways. The driving? Chaotic. New Yorkers drive with that same swerve now, pray later energy taxis back home have. The hair salons in Harlem and Brooklyn? Same vibe as back home. Kids running around, people talking loud, gossip in the corner, someone braiding someone's cousin's hair. It's basically South Africa with American accents. Corner stores, too. They feel like spaza shops, just with fewer Indian movies on loud TV. But then comes the reality check. Some South African women said America is great, but also a scam. Not because it's bad, but because people outside America think it's perfect. And it's not. Some places are amazing, but most of what you see online is filtered, edited, glamorous, and the biggest disappointment, the food. Some said American food made their skin worse, made them gain weight, and it's expensive. Very expensive. But at the same time, America has more opportunities, higher earnings, more things to do, and in many places more safety. It's a trade-off, but it depends where you go. Some places, beautiful. Others, you'll regret moving there. And that's why many of them said, don't move to a city you've never visited, especially Los Angeles. You think it's glamorous because of the internet, but in reality, you might run back to OR Tambo the same week. So what's the conclusion? South African women in America are learning that the U.S. is a unique place, full of opportunities, but also full of surprises that will shock you, confuse you, or make you laugh. Some things remind them of home. Some things make them miss home. And some things make them appreciate South Africa even more. But their stories, they're honest, real, funny, and full of lessons. And if there's one thing we can all agree on, no matter where South Africans go, we're going to ask questions, observe everything, and share the story with the world.